You never know with flight simulation when the next crash may happen due to unknown reasons. This is why saving situations can be very beneficial for users who may experience crashes more often than others. Saving situations can also help you save a custom cold and dark state that you would like to use as for startup, or even saving special occasions or situations you would like to repeat maybe in the future. If you're interested in learning how to save situations, this is the video for you. So I'm in the flight deck and I've just created my own custom cold and dark state that I would like to save as a situation and use on reload every time. You can see I've changed a few switches that I find realistic. I've also changed the exterior configuration of the airplane. And now I want to save this as my custom cold and dark state. Go to Simulation, Situations, and here you can save all the states you want to save. For my case, since I want to make a cold and dark state, I'm going to go ahead and name it cold and dark. You can see I already have it, but because I made a few changes, I want to overwrite it. If I just want to overwrite a old situation that I have, just rename it or just name it the same thing as the previous version. So in this case, I'm going to call it cold and dark again. Very important is you can see that currently the box is highlighted in green, meaning that I can use my keyboard to enter. It is very important that you select enter so that the name is locked in and you can then select save. This will now overwrite my situation called cold dark. If I wanted to use this cold dark state on reload every single time, I just select use as state on reload. As you can see in parentheses, on reload is selected. If I wanted to load the situation immediately right now, I would just select load and the aircraft will reload and give you the option to load in that state as well. This can be used for all kinds of situations. Currently, we do not have an autosave enabled because there are a few issues with it that we don't want the user to experience. So until that changes, which we'll give you in the changelog if that does happen, you'll need to save the situation based off of your preference if you are prone to airplane crashes or simulator crashes. Just name it whatever you like, save it, and then in case the simulator does crash, you can always load it up the next time. You can create situations for anything really. So if you wanted to, let's say, practice landings and you wanted to reload that situation every single time, you can just save the situation. I would call it landing, for example, save the situation, and then every time you want to load that situation and that scenario, you can simply select load and it will load it for you. There are additional options for the Situations tab down here in the Options tab where you can load additional information if you would like. For example, use default state on reload or use the last state on reload, so it will save the last situation that you were in. Start with engines running. Then loading with position or no position means that the situation also is aware of the position of the airplane. And if you want the situation to be saved or loaded with the exact position that you were in, you would need to select full setup. Or if you just want the position, you would select position. So let's say if you had a specific panel state that you wanted to keep, but you only want to change the position, you would select position only. If you have saved a situation where you want the position and the configuration of the airplane to be saved or loaded, you would select full setup. Also, if you want to save or load the time of day for when you have saved the situation, you would also select this option. In addition, there are consumables that you can save or reset. You can pause and save as default. Well, now you know how to save your own situations to your preference. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please let us know and we'll be happy to help.